Hi guys, Forgotten Wolf here, and this is looking back at Season 8 Game of Thrones theories. Now, I'm just going to be going over some theories that were entering Season 8 of Game of Thrones, going over their logic and if they actually got it correct or not. But before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe. And at 100 subscribers, I'll do a 1 hour video in the FNAF Timeline. Now, 500 likes, I'll do a video on Greyjoy Rebellion. Thank you guys so much for 35k views, and let's begin. So the first theory in this video is that Jaime would kill Cersei in Season 8. Now, this comes from the Valonqar prophecy in the books, which was slightly cut in the TV show, which said the Valonqar which means the little brother, would kill Cersei. However, this did not happen. Instead, they just died together. This never was stated in the show, and people got it from the books, so I can understand why people got confused, but this theory, although it had a lot of weight to it, in hindsight, it was inevitable that it wasn't going to happen. Now, the second theory is that Dany would become the ultimate villain. Now, this theory is based on that Daenerys' father was a mad king, and it is a destiny of a Targaryen to become mad in a way. When a Targaryen is born, the gods flip a coin, and one is mad, one is good, and it turns out for Daenerys, it was mad, as there was escalating examples of her cruelty, but it ended up being where Daenerys did go mad and burn King's Landing down. Now I'm going to move on to some other theories. This third theory suggests that Drogon would battle Viserion, as Viserion was an ice dragon. Drogon was one of the last sorry, I got an itch. Was one of the last dragons. So yeah, this did not happen, sadly. Now this fourth theory, Daenerys would get pregnant, as her and Jon were seen sleeping together at the end of season 7. That's where this theory comes from. There's a lot of evidence in the books to suggest that Daenerys would get pregnant by Jon, and this theory was intended to be true. There are a lot of leaked images online that Daenerys was supposed to be pregnant, as the actor Emilia Clarke had a fake baby bump on her belly. So sorry. However, they changed this likely because the ending, Jon Snow stabbing Daenerys, was a bit. They changed it because it'd be a bit too much to have Jon Snow stab a pregnant dictator. So I can understand why they changed it, though it's unfortunate. This fifth theory is Jon or Daenerys would die. This one was true. Now, this is inevitable, as in Game of Thrones. There's always shock twists, and there's not a happy ending in most cases. So this did happen. Jon gets into the wall, and Daenerys did end up dying. Now, this sixth theory is Theon would end up dying. There was a lot of evidence to prove this, and he did end up dying. The seventh theory is Jon would ride Rhaegal, since Jon is Aegon Targaryen, and he'd be able to claim a dragon, and Rhaegal is based off Jon's father, Rhaegar Targaryen. Now, this did happen. Jon did ride Rhaegar Targaryen, which is part of the reason why Daenerys went mad. So, this one was true. Now, this next one, Jaime Lannister would fight with Jon Snow. Did not happen. And then we got Clegane Bowl. And the Clegane Bowl was a battle between the Hound and the Mountain. This one did happen in the 5th episode of Season 8, where both of them ended up dying. And this one, it was a bit disappointing, but did happen. Now, this next one is Arya and Jon could reunite, which did happen. I don't know why this is in the Season 8 theories, but... Now, this next one is Lyanna Mormont would die. And this one did end up happening. I don't know where these guys got it from, but they ended up getting it. Now, the final one I'm going to mention the penultimate one, is that wildfire exists in King's Landing. And this theory was false. Cersei did not burn down King's Landing. It was Daenerys. And then we have the final theory of this video. Bran Stark is the Night King. Now, this goes basically that the actors for Bran and the Night King look very similar, and that's the main theory. Main theory. I don't know where they else get it from, but this theory was never proven to be true. Bran was made king of the 7 kingdoms or 6 kingdoms instead. But that is all the theories I'm going to cover. So, if you like this one, maybe I'll do a video on season 7 theories and so on. But until next time, bye.